Well, look, something has come up and I'm not going to be able to see them. Please ask Dr. Miller if he can fit them in, otherwise, just apologize and make new appointments.
Sure.
Hey, hello, and welcome to my channel. And as you can see from the title, today we're talking about Eyes Wide Shut. And we're doing something a little different because today we're asking a question that I haven't heard anyone else ask yet. And that is this: is Dr. Bill really a doctor in Eyes Wide Shut? And why do I ask this? Because the more I analyze Eyes Wide Shut, the more I realize that everything is not as it seems in this film. And I think after you see some of my evidence, you may agree with me. So let's get started. Now, I have my reasons as to why I think that Dr. Bill Harford in Eyes Wide Shut may not actually be a real doctor, and what I think might actually be going on with him. But first, I guess we should introduce our main character. We meet Dr. Bill Harford one night in his New York apartment as he's getting ready to go out to a fancy dress party with his wife, Alice. And the party is at Ziegler's place, where we start to meet our cast of characters, including Victor Ziegler. Now, after Bill and Alice dance, enjoying the party, we see Bill go off where he meets these two models who seem like they're trying to lure Dr. Bill to go somewhere with them. But then they ask him the strange question if he wants to go where the rainbow ends. Just then, Bill is asked to come upstairs, and when he gets up there, he finds a half dressed Ziegler in the bathroom with a naked and perhaps unconscious woman named Mandy. Ziegler explains that Mandy had a bad reaction to something she has taken, and although we see Dr. Bill check her out, at no time does he suggest calling an ambulance for a young woman who quite clearly needs one. Let's look closer at this scene. Again, we see Dr. Bill looking in Mandy's eyes, doing what appears to be a basic checkup of her and asking a few questions, such as how long has she been like this? The answer being 5 or 6 minutes. After finding out her name, Dr. Bill manages to rouse Mandy a bit, but at no point does he treat this as if it's a medical emergency. A few minutes later, we see Ziegler almost scolding Mandy as if she were a child. It's actually problematic what Ziegler is doing here. He just wants to sweep this incident under the rug. I mean, his wife is downstairs. But why is Dr. Bill going along with this? I mean, he's a doctor. Isn't it a bit unethical what Dr. Bill is doing here? His final words to Mandy are telling her that she's lucky, and although he does urge her to get some help, shouldn't he at least have called for paramedics or an ambulance to check her out? As a doctor, it's a bit unethical not to do that. So this scene is odd. After the Ziegler party, we get to see Dr. Bill arriving at his office, which must be busy since there are a few staff members here. The first patient we see him with is a very attractive and topless young woman who he seems to be listening to her heartbeat with a stethoscope. But surely she can leave her shirt on for this. I've had doctors listen to my heart, and you aren't topless for it. Again, is Dr. Bill just a guy going through the motions here? Sort of pretending to be a doctor? Then we see Dr. Bill with a young patient. But hold on, is Dr. Bill a pediatrician now? After that, he seems to be examining an older man with a knee problem. So, is Dr. Bill an orthopedic doctor that does knee surgery? Because all of these seem like different specialties. And we don't see Dr. Bill actually doing anything incredibly skilled, just general checkups. He doesn't seem like an elite doctor here, in my opinion. Yes, it's possible he's a general practitioner, but I'm starting to be skeptical about Bill actually being a doctor at all. Then, when Dr. Bill gets a late night phone call that a patient has passed away, apparently at home, he goes over to make a house call, or as he puts it, to show my face. He shows up to an expensive looking apartment and enters the room. The dead man's daughter is there, and yes, the dead man is still there. I mean, is this normal for a doctor to show up to see a patient like this at home after they have died? It seems strange. After sitting down to talk with the daughter, she tells him some personal details, and although his answers seem professional, she then bizarrely kisses Dr. Bill and confesses her love for him. And although he does get out of this situation and leave after this, it's strange this doctor keeps ending up in compromising situations. When we see Dr. Bill in his office again, he doesn't seem to be doing much of anything except getting some coffee delivered to his desk. And when he asks how many patients he has scheduled that day and finds out it's only a couple, he very casually asks to have them rescheduled and just take the afternoon off. It's quite telling because to me, Bill Harford isn't really behaving like a real doctor would, especially a very successful one. He acts more like someone who is pretending to be a doctor. Just my opinion. And since I'm starting to lean towards Dr. Bill perhaps not being a real doctor at all, let's take a look at that odd scene at the hospital. Because Bill has found out in the newspaper that a young woman has died. When Bill shows up at the front desk of the hospital inquiring about his patient, he is informed that she died that afternoon, at which point he goes to the morgue. Again, if Dr. Bill is a general practitioner, is it normal to actually go into the morgue like this? Even stranger, he has her body pulled out and then goes close to literally stare directly into her eyes. Does this seem like standard practice for a doctor? I don't think so. The morgue attendant just stands there, not sure what he must be thinking, because surely doctors don't come in and do this all the time. Actually, another key scene that started me thinking that Dr. Bill might not be a real doctor involves him leaving the Sonata Jazz Cafe and getting a cab to go to the costume shop. But I proved in my recent video, Eyes Wide Shut Costume Shop Secret Location Mystery, which I'll try and link in the description box below, that the costume shop is actually right across the street from the Sonata Jazz Cafe. See that saxophone reflection in the glass door with Mr. Milich at the costume shop? Now, see that neon saxophone sign outside the Sonata Jazz Cafe? So, Dr. Bill literally takes a cab to go around the corner here. But when he gets out of that cab to pay, he doesn't mention that fact, that the driver just took him around the block. He doesn't mention it to Mr. Milich either. So, how can a highly educated doctor not even notice that he has literally been taken for a ride in a cab right around the corner. Dr. Bill doesn't seem to notice. There is something strange going on here. So, to sum up, today I asked the question, is Dr. Bill actually a real doctor in Eyes Wide Shut? Because he does a few things that seem unethical, like the incident in Ziegler's bathroom with Mandy, who, although she appears barely conscious and in need of help, yet Dr. Bill doesn't even call 911 to have an ambulance come to check her out, something most doctors would have done. But Bill doesn't do much at all. And the strange scenes at Dr. Bill's office that not only leave us questioning what type of Dr. Bill is, but why is this patient topless to listen to their heart? I've had basic checkups, and you don't have to take your top off. So it seems like Dr. Bill might not even know what he's doing or be doing it correctly. Or when Dr. Bill casually reschedules his patients to take the afternoon off. I don't think that's something successful young New York doctors would do. It's like Bill is play acting being a doctor, but it's all just a few degrees off. Remember what he said about visiting his deceased patient's family? That he had to show his face? That might be a clue here. Perhaps this is all for show, and Dr. Bill Harford is not a real doctor at all. But for now, it's a bit of a mystery. Well, that's my new video about Dr. Bill Harford from Eyes Wide Shut. I hope you liked it. Now, I will be out of town next week, but I'll definitely be back with a new video the week after that. Also, I want to say a big thank you to my awesome comments section. I always enjoy hearing what you have to say. And it would help my channel if you did hit that subscribe button and liked the video. But either way, my name is Shim. Thank you for spending time with me, and have a great day.
Saved my ass.
Oh, I'm glad I was here.
And Bill, I probably, oh, I know I don't have to mention this, but this is just between us, okay?
Of course.